Hey, it's January 18. It's Friday, and still I have no lights, electricity rather. It's only the one here in the kitchen. But Dan, I know, is working on this because he didn't. He took a rest yesterday because he helped me out for the setup. And so I woke up at quarter to eight rather, and I dreamt I hit an accident. I thought it was so real. Oh, it's just a dream. And then I took a shower, prepared myself, and went to the other house by 8:30, and thinking that Steve was still there when it was Robert, and said Steve went ahead already. So I drove. No, he drove. He drove the jeep going to the warehouse, and Steve was doing the big arrangements for the Sunday's setup for wedding. We have an event just for wedding samples, and I returned all this stuff from yesterday's strike that Dan did to clear the acrylics and the mahoganies, and then having raisins. And after that, Debbie and Angie were there too. Just have we had just for a day off. By lunchtime, the three of us went to Joy. When I was driving, because I was the one who's driving, I got a call from Bill Timmerman, is saying that he's somewhere in West Palm Beach. So he said, "Where are you guys for lunch?" He said, "Yeah, we're heading to Joy Noodles." So I told him about it. So he followed us and he joined us for lunch. So Bill has a store that he's going to Vitambi Springs, and Joy was happy to see us, and she provided us a new appetizer they have. It's the purple yam or the ube. Ube is a famous sweet in the Philippines. It's a root crop, like sweet potatoes or potatoes, but it's purple. And he had it like a stick as well, like French fries with some what do you call that for Japanese teriyaki thingy. It was good. And then they have new menus, and Steve tried the coconut milk with chicken, I think, and he enjoyed it. I had the mango sauce with rice and shrimp, and then Bill had pad thai while Robert had noodles. Then, and we enjoyed it. We had to enjoy the lunch, and then after that, Bill went on his own, and we went back to the warehouse. And Steve had to go to meeting with Mrs. Mellinger in Jupiter, and while I tried to finish check all the invoices, and I sent an email to Marilyn, our paralegal, regarding the requirements for the green card. And thank God, she said she mailed already yesterday all the requirements that we have. So I'm happy for that. I was really like excited, and let's hope and pray that it be approved after 6 months. And I still have to renew my I started to have to renew my H1 again by the end of January. And so after that, Steve called me up asking if we could pass by first of Walmart before we go back home to get his prescription. So by 5 o'clock we left, and I drove down. I drove the jeep, and we didn't go to I-95 because Steve told me there was an accident. So we drove all the way to Parker and then Forest Hill, and then we go to the street of Florida Mango before we reached 10th Avenue and went to Walmart, and he took his prescription, and Robert bought some juice and some of his groceries. Then we went home. So when I got home, at least there's some wirings already when I saw here. See that one? So Dan made all these wirings already, and I think God is almost, we're almost there. I prepared myself. I wore the shirt, had a shower, and then drove the truck. I went to the playhouse by trying to be there by 6:30, but I was able to make it by quarter to seven. And we prepared ourselves. We had our costumes, and we had some the pictorials that you see in the video. And it's like for every opening night we have this gathering, and Jody thanked us for the nice rehearsals and the show, and we have a good show coming for this the Drowsy Chaperone. I thought we were going to have the Gypsy Robe awardee, but maybe because it's a few ensemble, few casts, um, uh, we didn't make the announcement for drowsy the Gypsy Robe awardee. And then we started the show. Steve, Robert, Boo Boo and Remo were there because I got tickets for them and we watched for the opening. Jody was talking because in the stage it was dark out inside and the curtain was so close. She went after she had her talk. She went inside and hit the recording as part of the props, and then good thing it didn't break, so we put it back, and then um, the curtain was stuck, so we were able to pull it, and we started the show, and it was good. I just for myself, I got missed with the choreography for the monkey. I have to study that one, but everything went well. It was funny. People laughed at the story. It was really funny. That's a text message that I have. And so after that, we went out in costume at the end of the show to our friends, and I introduced Robert, the gang, to Kim. Kim was there, my former director for King and Rob as well. I introduced him to because they love the gangsters, so I introduced him to Drew and Ashley, and I introduced him to Peter, and then I dressed up and we went to the rehearsal hall for the after party. So I introduced some of the cast like Keegan and Shanice and Stacy. So and Brian, and then Steve remembered what is that? Remembered what do you call this? Steve remembered Madison, his daughter, who portrayed for the youngest princess in King and I. So I have a little chat. I introduced, like I said, Robert and Kim talked about the play, and she agreed already to do the Young Kid of You Die. So then I introduced Robert again to Jody, and she's looking for the script. So I couldn't tell her that I gave the script to Kim. I said I couldn't find it, so Robert will provide the script for Jody. She will read it, and then she suggested that it's better for September because we have a big production number for summer, and I might audition for that production. It's a secret. I'm not gonna tell you, but it's one of the best modern production that gave a Tony Award, I think, in 2010. And then I might audition for that. Hopefully, I made it. If not, I'll focus on this play. We're targeting to play on September instead of summer, and Jody would say that yes to us. And so Robert was happy. Then we have a little discussion, and then so we departed ways because I have the truck. So Robert and Steve went with Dan because he's the driver. I didn't know he brought this car. And then Boo Boo went with me to drive the car with me. For the first time, he saw me drove the truck itself. But I missed the stop sign. It was an accident that I forgot about it. But the rest is good. It's cool. And then we went home. And right now they're chatting. They're having some tea and coffee with Steve and Dan, and which is Remo, and Boo Boo is Brian. I think Robert is in his room. So it is a good thing. I would have to sleep now because I have to wake up at 6 o'clock, prepare myself. I have to pick up Josh in this place, and have to go down to Miami for the strike at Ritz Carlton for the Dow Chemical. But I have to be back here in West Palm Beach by 12 o'clock on or before 12 because I have to prepare myself for the show. We have a matinee and gala. So that's it. We have 2 shows down and 13 more shows to go. So let's see that. Okay? Bye. Good night. Enjoy your weekend.